Your Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Chicago Wendler.
Unseasonable warmth rolls on, but we could use some rain. I'm tracking when our next chance moves in. Well, that might depend on how you define rain. A few areas saw some patchy drizzle this morning, and we could see the same tomorrow as well as Tuesday morning just because of a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Fog has lifted, clouds are starting to break up, and temperatures are warming. As of 10:30 this morning, still reporting cloudy skies and 70 degrees at Camp Mabry. Temperatures, though, should soar later on this afternoon with developing sunshine all the way up to 83 degrees. By the way, today's record is 88, set back in 2005. We will not get there. Winds generally out of the southeast about 5 miles per hour, which means it will feel a little bit on the muggy side for today. By the way, anything but muggy on this date back in 1955. You know why? That is the earliest ever reported snow at Camp Mabry for the Austin area. Back on November 8th, 1955, we had a trace of snow. The earliest measurable snow, November 14th, 1959. I threw that in there just to let you know it can get kind of crazy this time of year. For us, a streak of 80s continuing. Several weak cold fronts on the way. The first one coming Tuesday, another one coming either late Friday or early Saturday, and the third one that looks somewhat stronger on Sunday. However, these fronts are not Arctic fronts. Instead, they're Pacific, which means temperatures on either side of the front really not going to be all that different. And unfortunately, as much as we need the rain, only spotty light rain showers expected. Temps running anywhere from 66 in Doss, 73 out at the airport, 65 in Cameron, and while earlier there was a dense fog advisory in place for portions of Fayette and Lee counties, we're starting to see the sunshine develop and visibility is really improving. You can see Cameron still 1.5 mile visibility. Everyone else pretty much unrestricted, and those winds are starting to kick up as well. Out in Mason, a 15 mile per hour wind with gusts up to 21 miles per hour. So as the afternoon wears on, we're going to start to see more and more sunshine develop, and that should send those temperatures soaring into the 80s. All right, folks, this is not good news if you have any friends and family down in South Florida and the Keys. Tropical Storm Eta has made its way across Cuba and barely weakened at all. It has winds of 65 miles per hour and is now forecast to become a Category 1 hurricane as it pushes across the Keys later on tonight. Hurricane warnings have been posted as a result for the Keys. Tropical storm warnings farther north along mainland South Florida. As well, we're going to have to keep a close eye on this because it is expected to take that turn and push into the Gulf of Mexico. And when I say we should keep an eye on it, I don't mean for Texas. Instead, I mean that this storm could be a Category 1 hurricane as it tracks its way farther toward the north and then finally pushes its way eventually toward the Florida Gulf Coast. So here are some of the computer model tracks, and as you can see, none of them affect the Texas area. We will remain high and dry with that regard. Also still keeping track of that area shaded in yellow well out into the Atlantic. It's not tropical, but this non-tropical low pressure still has a low development chance of becoming perhaps a subtropical storm. If it does and receives a name, it would be named Theta, which would be the record-breaking 29th named storm of the 2020 season. Right now, we're tied with 2005 with 28 named storms. So let's track Eta. Let's also track our series of cold fronts. As you can see, for tomorrow afternoon, after seeing morning fog, clouds, and drizzle, we break out into sunshine. High temperature 85 degrees. That's 3 degrees away from the record. Meanwhile, Eta should be in the Gulf of Mexico by that time. Tuesday, cold front passing through in the morning. I've knocked the rain chance down to a paltry 10%. I just think we're not going to be able to squeeze much, if anything, out of it. By afternoon, we've got sunshine back in place. By the way, that cold front and the associated trough of low pressure should continue to steer Eta away from us, so we will remain quiet. Heading into Thursday and Friday, turning more humid. Computer model's not totally in sync with when that next cold front comes through. Some bringing it through Friday, others waiting till Friday night into Saturday. I'm going to go ahead and say Friday night into Saturday for that next front coming through, and then another front waiting in the wings for early Sunday. But with each of these fronts, the majority of the moisture staying clear of us, and as you can see, Eta pushing inland by the time we reach the end of the week as well. So folks in Florida are really getting the worst of the situation. 6 to 12 inches of rain, isolated 18-inch totals cannot be ruled out for portions of South Florida and the Keys. And here in the central Texas area, we may be hard-pressed to pick up even a tenth of an inch in the next 7 days, keeping in mind we've only had 1/3 of an inch since September. For the month of November, not a single drop officially. 8,600ths below normal for Camp Mabry, almost an inch below normal for ABIA. Even if we do see some patchy light drizzle or mist develop in the morning, either Monday or Tuesday, it's not likely to measure. It's not likely to count, if you will. So plan on another murky morning, clouds, fog, drizzle, giving way to sunshine by afternoon. Here's your Monday planner, 66 at 8 a.m., 85 degrees by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Definitely not feeling like November. And even behind the cold front on Tuesday, I'm only knocking our temperature down for Veterans Day Wednesday by 1 degree. So a high of 81. A more notable change, though, will be from the low temperatures. Very humid Tuesday morning in the upper 60s. Nice, dry, low humidity on Wednesday morning in the 50s. So you'll definitely be able to at least notice that subtle change. And looking ahead through the next 7 days, the following cold front on Friday into Saturday at this point may bring a spotty stray shower. Behind it, incidentally enough, on Saturday, I'm spiking temperatures up. That's because that Pacific cold front behind it, we should have southwesterly winds, which are a really warm wind direction for us. So I hope you don't mind warm weather. By the way, the Climate Prediction Center is also highlighting still the potential of above normal temperatures and below normal precipitation all the way into the first week of December. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It is a great day to get outside. Avery Tomaska will have your latest updates on CBS Austin News tonight.